Hi guys, welcome back to Car Compulsion. Bit of an off-the-cuff video for you this morning. I'm a big follower of the car scene in certain aspects, and there's been some drama, and I'm not going to particularly link off to exactly who was involved because I think most people who follow this type of thing will know, at an event this weekend called VMax. And honestly, I've been following it and looking and reading things subtly in the background all weekend, and I swear it beggars belief as to the stupidity and patheticness of what happened at a normally very good event. Please ask respectfully that if you do enjoy the content on this channel, that you like the videos and hit subscribe. I want to just talk to you a little bit about why I think it's so bad for the car scene to have things like this happen, and why it really just tarnishes everybody involved, and it gives the event organisers technically a bit of a bad name when it's absolutely not their fault, and it's uncontrollable sometimes. So let's talk a little bit about what happened and why I think it's so absolutely devastating to the car scene in general. If you're not familiar with what VMax is, the easiest way to summarize it is it's an event run by a great bunch of guys. They basically have an airstrip or something to that like, and you go down there and actually with your performance car or supercar, and it enables you to take your car to the limit in safe and controlled surroundings off of public roads. They have a little leaderboard and it can be quite competitive. And overall, it's a very, very good event and is very well run and is really interesting to follow every year. It used to be that the event was catered towards more only traditional supercars or high performance cars with maybe slight modification. But as the years have gone on and as tuning's become more popular in the marketplace, there's a lot more tuned cars there. The RS3 supercar slayers, really heavily tuned M5s, AMGs, and it's become much more of like a tuner wars stance. And that is where things this weekend have bubbled over. And I actually think it's really bad for the car scene in general. Long story short, two high profile YouTubers have been going back and forward about whose car's fastest, who has the nicest handbag, and who wears the prettiest dresses for the last 2 or 3, 4 weeks. There's been various content going back and forward, and everything's kind of gone in a melting pot and bubbled over at VMax, unfortunately for the people that attended, and unfortunately for the organisers that put in so much hard work. Basically, two people, for whatever reasons, have acted like absolute morons and decided to have a fist fight, and there's been lots of other stuff going on the day. What really annoyed me about the situation was the fact that these individuals only gave thought to themselves, and it really, really pissed me off. If you're attending a car event, you don't expect to go there and see two people or two YouTubers or two people of any description having a fight, throwing themselves over your 250k supercar, bashing into the side of a Bentley, rolling about on the floor, shouting and swearing. People go to a car event for a good day out. And all it is these two people and the people they sort of hang around with in these, you know, crews or whatever it is, and the tuners that are there only care about themselves. There's been no remorse. One of these guys put out a apology video that showed absolutely no remorse. It was like, this is why it happened to me, me. But there were guys there whose cars were being damaged. There were cars there that were deliberately damaged. The organisers were told to, you know, shut the up, and basically made a fool of. And I think it's just massively, massively embarrassing for the car scene in general. Hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag everything. Do this, do that. This person did this person did that. He said this is why I did this is why that happened, that's why this happened. It's literally like when my son comes home from school and the teacher's told me that he's done something wrong. It's exactly the same explanation that I get from him, and he's 8. We've gone from Clarkson to carnage. We've gone from, you know, from me, the car scene is about, you know, or okay, yes, there's the element of that car scene that's heavily modified and the meets in car parks and stuff like that. Stuff that I've never really gelled to. Like, I like a good breakfast meat. But for me, like, the car scene is about understanding and trying to get along with each other with a bit of healthy competition. And if these guys really wanted to swing their handbags around their head as much as they have done over the last couple of weeks, why didn't they just go to VMax, be respectful, and have a race? Yeah, if that's what they really needed to do, why didn't they go there and have a race? Why are they running about, punching each other, rolling about on the floor like they've just finished 11th grade at school? Some of the videos at this event also showed individuals walking around damaging people's cars. Now, Take away the petty squabbles, take away the stupidness. When you take your car to a car show or a car event of any description, whether it's in a nighttime event, whether it's a morning event, whether it's a paid event at an arena, you should never, ever have fear of anybody who is a genuine car enthusiast damaging your car. If you go to a car event and you purposely damage someone's car for video or social media content, and that is as simple as it is. Like, if anybody that goes to car events is like me, you get up in the morning, you're really excited about it. Maybe you've cleaned your car, maybe you have tuned your car, maybe, you've got your car ready because for you want to take it to an event like VMax and you want to show it off and you want it to do well. Yeah, you go to an event and you have to be forced to have police on site. The organisers who put so much work in have to deal with verbal abuse and chase grown men around cars to try and break them up while they wrestle on the floor and throw more windmills than Holland. If mistakes were made and, things bubbled over and, they were just plain right stupid, which I think they probably were, the first thing that should have been done the first thing that should have definitely happened was the organisers of this event should have received an outright apology. And the real people that have suffered are not the YouTubers. They're not the people that have gone there because they've actually gained, would you believe, they've gained thousands of subscribers and thousands of Instagram followers overnight. Yet they've left negative impacts on an event where people have worked immensely hard, and God knows whether those guys' cars there, the Lambo, the Bentley, the BMWs, whether they received actual physical damage to their cars, and who's going to deal with that. And another thing, it draws hugely, hugely negative attention to a very well-run and very thought-out COVID-19 secure event. And it makes VMax come under the spotlight. What worries me more about this is the reaction on social media and YouTube to some of the stuff that's been going on. There have been lies flying about, people saying, I'd have done this, I'd have kicked someone, I'd have smashed someone's car up, this, that and the other. And what scared me is that one of these guys put out an apology video that was absolutely as fake as you like. It was full of lies, yet all of the people that follow him lapped it up like it was absolute truth, like he could do no wrong, when really they were both absolutely in the wrong regardless. And I thought to myself, this is what the YouTube car scene is now. Clickbait, going and chasing someone and threatening them, bullying behaviour, driving like a dickhead on the motorway. I don't want to come across all kumbaya, but the car scene should be a collective passion. It should be a thing to which you go along and meet new people. I've been to car meets and I've met some really good people. I'm in, like I said, shameless plug again to Car Collective. Great bunch of people. There's another group as well called Petrol Union. Really a great group of people here in Essex that have major respect for the cars. Doesn't matter what you drive. And that is the way it should be. You should be able to meet new people, chat to new people, learn new things. And this is not the way to go about that. I want to make this channel geared more around driving of cars, the feeling that you get when you drive cars. I've never been a big tuner head. Like, I have a lot of appreciation for it, and I'm sure at some point in the channel there'll be some stuff around that because I'd like to educate myself more in it as well. But I just want it to be about a love of cars, a passion for cars, and just taking a little bit of everything. Like, I drive anything on the channel just to see how it makes you feel and just to see how it stacks up. No clout, no big-headedness, no silliness, just outright car chat. And if you like that kind of thing, I'd encourage you to hit the subscribe button and follow my content, because that is the way I'd like to take this channel. And I'm sure maybe I'll never become a YouTube superstar. If I've got a dedicated following of people that love the same thing as I do, that's good enough for me. Thanks, guys.